Would you rather be a streamer or an NBA player? I know my answer. Let's discuss this.
I'm Randall.
And I'm George Lim.
So George, you're going to have to basically run this because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so over at Twitch, they've been in a bit of hot water recently. They came out with this big policy statement about sort of internal advertising and what you can do in your stream, and the community wasn't happy. So the long and short of it was you could only put about 3% of your entire sort of stream as branding to an external partner. So if you found your own sort of partnership, you only allowed 3%. You weren't allowed banners, you weren't allowed audio. And people, naturally, weren't happy because this is how a lot of Twitch streamers make money.
Mm-hmm.
So Twitch immediately backtracked and were like, we got it wrong. We don't know our audience that well, apparently. And this has caused a lot of big streamers to start looking elsewhere. So recently, XQC has just signed a $100 million 2-year non-exclusive deal over at Kick.com. They've also signed Amouranth, who's the most followed female streamer.
So, I mean, this sounds very familiar. I mean, the whole difference between Web 2 and the centralized platforms owning your content and Web 3, you owning it yourself, that is kind of the big differentiator between those sort of two things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of why even centralized platforms like Twitter under Elon Musk are now offering creators a sort of cut of the kind of revenue that they earn.
Yeah.
Twitter Blue subscribers only, of course.
Of course. So Kick.com is actually owned by the co-founders of a gambling site called Stake, which is a very heavy crypto gambling site that popped up around the time that Twitch banned gambling on their platform. But yeah, this has happened before. Do you remember Mixer?
Yes, RIP. That was a great platform, but again, it wasn't successful even with the backing of Microsoft.
Exactly.
So, I mean, good luck to Kick.com, I guess.
Yeah, and they only gave Ninja, I think, 30 million at the time. So 100 million is ridiculous. It's more than LeBron made joining the Lakers.
Wow, I mean, that puts things in perspective.
Yeah, it really does. One very key thing I need to mention is that Kick runs on Amazon's streaming service.
Okay.
And they pay like 8 to 10 times more. So there's just a lot of money bleeding out of this company. So it would be really interesting to see where this goes. But we're in kind of the age of alternatives at the moment. With Twitter, when all that hit the fan, we had Mastodon pop up.
Mm-hmm.
This Twitch is hitting the fan, so we got Kick. Are we looking at more alternatives as we move towards this Web3?
It does seem that way, but then also none of these platforms have really taken hold yet.
No.
So everything is still early, but you know, the whole Web3 space is very much finding its feet. And with all the sort of regulatory stuff that's going on at the moment, it might be shut out of certain countries.
Yeah, so I mean, what do you think? Is 100 million too much? Let us know. Are you still going to be watching Twitch? Are you actually primarily a YouTube streamer? You know, let us know in the comments below. And until next time,